shots.
Curious when you see Lion, first career double-double, career high in points, which means career high in rebounds. Maybe speak to what you saw with him tonight in the game he had.
Yeah, I think he's just figuring it out. Every time he goes out there, he learns a little bit more. He's finding his spots and how to be effective on both ends of the floor. So, he's been a big push for us. He's picked up the pace. He's locked in on whoever the top target is on their team, and he's been doing a great job with it.
You've always talked about keep the foot on the gas regardless of what's happening, but what do you feel like needs to happen for you guys to consistently do that?
You just have to do it. You can have all the words and say you can do whatever, but at the end of the day, we just have to close out games better. I think today was an opportunity where we could have got it up to 25-30 and rested, but that just wasn't the situation that happened.
Obviously, you're going to Detroit. Can't wait, obviously, for that game to come. Just maybe the excitement that you're feeling right now to be there for a playoff game and a big one at that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how the games lined up. I caught a Tigers playoff game, the first one in my life, and now this will be the first NFL playoff game. So stars aligned. It's a perfect situation, and we'll celebrate as such.
Hey, you and Kevin, has it gotten any deeper as far as what the wager's going to be?
I need you to get it up for me, man. You talk to him. I'm whatever, but we're the favorites, so that's not. I don't know if he's going to be ready for that. We'll see.
Devin, you got a good look at the Wizards rookies tonight, Alex, Bub, and Keyshawn. Keyshawn had a good night scoring. You have any thoughts on what you saw from them on the court tonight?
Yeah, all played well. Taking advantage of their opportunity. I've been in that situation before, so after the game, I'll tell all of them just keep your head down and take advantage. It's not always a case where a young player even gets opportunity to play. So you can hang your head about the losses and continuously losing, but there's no better teacher than being thrown in the game and getting the chance to learn out there.
So you wanted to go up to them and tell them that after the game?
Yeah, I told them. Keep taking advantage of it.
To your play.
Yeah, man, it's sweet to be home. Sweet. I haven't been home since the last time we played here, so got to see my brother last night. Go over his house, go around the neighborhood a little bit. So that's probably more impactful to me than anything. I appreciate the people that are born and raised here that kind of seen my journey. So them keep supporting me. I appreciate that for sure. But it's good to be around family and friends.
Curious, when you're up as big as you guys were, and you talked to me about closing games and just maybe the frustration of that and not being able to put a team away and then having it come down to really a one-possession game there within the last minute or so.
I mean, could have just put me in a game a little earlier. We probably wouldn't have been that way, So it wasn't like and I knew I understood exactly what Coach was doing. I'm not saying that.
He was trying to rest, right?
Yeah, he was just how the game was going. I get it. But I don't think it would have went that way if I was out there. To be honest, So, but we have to be better as a unit. We have to finish games better. I just think it's the turnovers, and they just got out in transition off the turnovers. But I think we fine. I like how we started the game. I like how we stayed poised throughout the game, and even when they cut it to 3. We made that big shot to go up 6. We made our free throws. We got a couple stops, So I feel like I got to play my normal pattern.
Right.
So underline that thing you probably ain't gonna say, but I just had to say that.
When you see, you've been such a proponent of Ryan. When you see the game he had today, the double-double, career high on both points and rebounds, just maybe speak to what his growth and how he's growing as a player.
Yeah, he's growing pretty quickly. He's understanding the game and understanding what coach needs from him every day, and I like that coaching staff tells each player exactly what he wants us to do out there. So that makes your job a little easier. So him playing well is kind of like the norm for us now. When he doesn't, had double digits or get 6, 7 rebounds with a couple offensive rebounds, you're looking at him like, are you all right tonight?
Right.
So that's always the place you want to be in as a player, where people expect you to do big things every night.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask because it's interesting with the rebounds. He had just one the previous game.
Yeah, I
Maybe
mean, that's
is
just
that a response to that? you
Nah,
think?
that's just emotion sometimes. Sometimes the ball just falls in your hands a little bit more, as opposed to others. And sometimes, as long as we getting them as a team, you know what I'm saying? If we're not getting out, like last game, we got rebounded by like 12 or 13. So we made an emphasis that everybody just need to run in there and just jump and try to grab the ball, just attack the ball. And he was the one that was able to, get his hands on the basketball.
Tonight,
you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be other nights where Book might get 11, I might get 11. Shit, even Tyus might get 11 rebounds one night. But as long as we do it as a group, as long as we look up at that stat sheet and say at least we win in the rebound margin or it's tied, So it don't matter who get them.
How do you make of how you guys have been matching up in transition this year?
It could be better for sure. We could talk out our matchups a little bit more because a lot of teams, they cross match. They don't put they might put a bigger player on me, wing guy on Book. Sometimes you put a wing guy on Tyus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So coming back in transition, we got it matched up. Tyus might be on a bigger player. We might try to switch him out, and at that time we're trying to switch him out. Boom, they kick in the head, getting stuff. So we got good intentions on the transition defense, but sometimes the game is just simple. Just get the next man close to you, and we'll figure the rest out. And usually when we do that, we're in good shape in transition.
I asked that because not just about transition defense, but also I've wondered how much that's hurt you guys on rebounding. Like if you get
It definitely does. Yeah, when we switch, most nights we're small teams. We play 3 guards, sometimes 4 guards. So there's gonna be times where we're a little outmatched on the glass, just from a heights perspective. So that's why we got to gang rebound better, and we can't have one guy going to rebound when we're small. There's got to be 5 of us in the paint trying to get the ball, tipping the ball, just being aggressive. In the games where we gave up a lot of rebounds, you see 1 or 2 guys in the paint and 3 guys, leaking out trying to get the offense going. So we got to do a better job of just being in the paint. So like you said, sometimes the rebound might just fall in your hand.
Katie, you got your first good look at the Wizards rookies today, Alex, Bub, and Keyshawn. What did you see from them? What do you think about their future?
Yeah, love their size. I think they're going to be one of the teams that's going to be tough to score on in the next few years. I'm not saying they don't play defense right now, but as you get older and more experienced in the league, and you build some continuity with your teammates, the game becomes easier. So defense is pretty easy for them already. So I can imagine in a couple of years when they all kind of understand the lifestyle a little bit, understand what it means to be an NBA player. I think that all their games are going to step up to another level. And I think the defense is going to be the first thing you see from this group. And you got 6'6", 6'7", 7 feet. And you can play 4 or 5 guys at that size. It's going to be tough. So it's about confidence. It's about continuity. It's about keeping the same program in place, coaches, development guys, all that stuff matters. So I can't wait to see. It's my hometown team. I want them to do well, regardless if it's against me or if it's, I want to see them do well, and it's big for the city in general when they playing good ball. So, but I think they moving in the right direction with the guys they got.
Devin's trying to raise that bar on his bet here for Saturday.
That's whatever, man. That's whatever, man. Whatever you want to do. Man. I'm feeling confident today. Sorry.
You're obviously a huge Commanders fan. What have you thought about their season thus far? What are your expectations for the divisional game against Detroit?
I got high expectations, man, for us to just go out there and play a great brand of Commanders football. That's a good thing to say when you got an identity. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we got an identity as a football team. We didn't have that for a long time. So I'm excited. It's going to be a fun game. It's pretty sweet. We was able to, the schedule was able to match up, and we can go. We play right before them, so we can go check the game out. So root for the guys, man, to get it done.
Can you give us a score prediction?
Man, if I had to, I'd say us 24-21.
Are you sitting with Devin in the suite? Or
Of
y'all
course
sitting?
not.
I didn't think so. I just making sure.
Can't sit with us, man, with that blue on.
You're also very familiar with Brian Keefe. He was a
Yeah.
rookie assistant coach when you were a rookie at OKC. What do you think about what he can provide to a young team here in Washington like he did for you in OKC?
Yeah, it's like the OKC Wizards, man. Like Troy Weaver, Will Dawkins, Winger, BK, Vanderpool. Like, there's 5 or 6 of them that worked with us that was there in the beginning stages of the Thunder before we even had a name, before we had a color scheme, So those people don't always mean a lot to me. They're a huge part of my journey. That's why I feel like this team's in good hands. You got guys that seen it before with some of the best to ever play at a young age, at the infant stages, so they kind of know what to go through, and obstacles may come ahead. So, like I said, I'm following this team closely. I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys progress, and it's going to be I feel like I see a bright future for them.
So you passed the jersey. I just saw you pass the jersey to Bub. Was that a Maryland thing?
Yeah, for sure. Bub is. I watched him at Pitt. Watched him throughout the season so far. Just love his enthusiasm for the game. I always want to see the hometown kids that come from Maryland, Baltimore, D.C. I want to see him do well in the league. So he playing back at home. I know that's a lot of pressure on him. It's tough to do. So I just want to see him do well.